Hey, how you doing, people? So here we are, following the white rabbit down a little rabbit hole, talking about things for entertainment purposes only. And since we don't want strikes or violations, we'll probably just move it off your platform to somewhere else. And a lot of the stuff that we say is far fetched. You don't have to like it. Censoring and ruining a guy, keeping his proceeds in the 7 billion range, ruining his shop, not cool. All because I followed the white rabbit, went down a couple rabbit holes. Not really a conspiracy theorist, but it doesn't matter. These people hold all the cards. You hold zero. So if they decide to pay you, well, I guess great. And if they don't, they don't. But we'll keep on applying pressure on these social media companies that think they can just ruin men at will just because they're small men. We're not going to allow it. For entertainment purposes, again, only. Apparently, they have created synthetic programmable DNA that they can put pretty much all of the world's information in a couple drops of a wax-like material that they throw inside white bunnies. You can make customized versions of yourself very cheaply. The elites have white bunnies with their DNA imprinted into the plastic that they can regenerate themselves over and over, and they can have millions of copies of themselves. Maybe one of the biggest secrets on Earth, other than we have an incoming binary star that's going to possibly end us all by 2027, as you're seeing in videos of people walking around in 2027 and there's no one anywhere. If that's AI, must have been Steven Spielberg that did it, because it's some of the best video I've ever seen. You can see it on my favorites and my bookmarks page of videos of a dude walking around in 2027 and there's nobody around. And that's because there was a pole shift. And we either got micronovaed, our atoms split in half, every creature on this planet, or we just got swept away. Either way, big trouble coming ahead. 2026, the 250th anniversary of the United States. And I think people want to end us. We're going to quickly run through some things. You can see here, underwater pyramids discovered off of Mexico sparked debate of civilization 50,000 years ago. There you go. The day Hawaii's shoreline lurched an incredible 11 feet in just a few seconds. So you're telling me that if the center of California has sunk by 2 feet, they're going to tell you about that? No, they're not. I believe this here is a map of Europe showing the massive water that washed across this land. You can see where water just completely washed across this area right here and just wiped this whole area out. This is a waterfall here. And you can just see that water was just streaming down. This Canadian city was once a massive flood, 10 times the flow of the Amazon. Now they're starting to admit that massive floods were in. These massive ripples in Montana sculpted one of the biggest floods in Earth's history. This is in Montana. So you can clearly see large amounts of water just came, waka, and it all came at once. You know, I may be cutting off some of my speech on there. These right here are where the arrows are. You can see are where water was forming into waterfalls and left the pits below from 2 days of water running straight over this area. Now, this is in Washington, in the other side of the state, and you know what's going on the seaside. This is in the other side of the state. So massive amounts of water have been shown to be running through here, through there. You can see that water came through there in a flood. Look at it closely. Let your eyes reveal the truth. I believe that it has started. California has sunk by 2 feet. I believe that a rip across Oregon somewhere is being hidden. We know that there's already rips going across Wyoming that people that took people out hunting discovered was there, not there 1 week. They came back a week later, there was a big canyon. We are having a pole shift. This is not regional. Everything is going on everywhere all the time. It's one after the other. It can't be explained as anything other than a pole shift of Earth. You're welcome. Not really related, but this is a picture of 1848 when an ice jam on Lake Erie caused the Niagara River to run dry, halting the falls for a couple hours. And people were out there walking around and checking it out and this and that and the other thing. So if ice jam can stop the great and mighty Niagara Falls from flowing, then think about just the power of nature. Ice stopped the Niagara Falls from running, meaning it could stop it permanently, but you would see the remains, but they wouldn't tell you this used to be a great and a mighty waterfall. You have to figure that out for yourself, apparently. Isn't that interesting? I told everyone that I would put up this article, that animals are dying in large numbers and researchers are scratching their heads. No, they're not scratching their heads. They're scratching their heads why they allowed themselves to sign an NDA and let some clown with $0 in his pocket grab the biggest news story of all time and accumulate 7 billion views. Earth's magnetic North Pole is shifting, prompting fears of coming global chaos. Does that look like that was written by moi? I don't write in such remedial styles. My writing is much more poetic than that. Clearly, you haven't read any of my song lyrics, have you? So did the Egyptians build this pyramid over here and an asteroid over there? And the Egyptians build out, did they? They fly up over there and they just put together that pyramid, did they? Old Egyptians, boy, they get around, don't they? Woo! They built a lot of pyramids all over the place. I look at that's on an asteroid. Wow! Go Egyptians! Is this going on? Is this happening? And if so, if it's found out to be the case that this is about to occur, and you're not being warned in any way, shape, or form, that's going to make some of you people mad. Well, no, because you're not going to be here anymore. Now we're getting down to the heart of the matter. Yeah, you won't be able to apologize or be mad at anyone because you'll be fish food. Yay, California! New data as of April 21st reveals an anomaly in Earth's rotation, blah, blah, blah. The pink path. Read it yourself. It's on. It's happening. Okay? Freeze frame that. Read it all you want. I want everybody to be able to read this information. This is crazy stuff. I didn't write this stuff. Okay? We're having a pole shift. We just want you to know that for entertainment purposes only. We don't need to be harassed and given a hard time. We need to be given money. My money. Thank you. Pole shift alert. We rock.